Davido's alleged daughter, Adeleke, begs Davido to grant her a DNA test. Hey, my people. Davido refused to grant a DNA test to his alleged daughter, Adeleke, who is 3 years older than Amade. Adeleke will be 11 years next month, November, 2 days before Davido's birthday. Adeleke, alleged to be the first daughter of Davido. My good people, listen to this correct gist.
Adeleke's story. So I've pretty much told you in part 1 how the whole thing unfolded. In part 2, I told you how it continued to unfold and then the DNA test issue. And now in part 3, what I suggest to be done is a fresh new DNA test. I suggested it then, and I'm suggesting it now. When I suggested it then, Adeleke contacted me via WhatsApp asking to pay for the DNA test. Now, you know Tuntu, of course, she always likes to jump into everything, clout. Oh, her NGO will pay for it. And it's not a matter of paying for it. It's a matter of getting Davido to take the test. Tuntu claims she knew Davido. I don't know from where, but she couldn't get him to do the DNA test. Ayo was ready for any DNA test. At one point, I actually wanted to hire a lawyer in Atlanta to get a court order from me so I can get Davido to take a DNA test in Atlanta. Okay, but if I did that, it would be expensive and it becomes a U.S. case. And then when it gets to U.S. court, everything's going to spill in the open for Davido. And he might have to pay a lot of money if that test comes out positive. But Davido avoided service, you know what I mean by service. You have to serve somebody with a court order. He avoided service so much, fly to Nigeria, fly back, all that. Nobody could serve him. So the case died right there. For the sake of the girl, I think Davido should do a fresh new DNA test. And if the child is not his, then everybody else that slept with Ayo, if that really happened, should also do a DNA test. One of them is already passed away, DJ Olu, the former DJ. I basically believe that Ayo knows who she got pregnant for. I insist that I only slept with Davido in his room that night. This is another big lesson about hooking up with guys after clubs, parties, and all that. Because the way he said it to that prince, oh, how do you expect me to accept a prostitute's child? Like, this child wouldn't be something big later in life? Or was Joseph not a slave at one point before he became a prime minister? So that's my issue with Davido. The Adeleke family are very proud. They ignored the Davido'S. Their king ignored Ropo, the mother of Ayo. Dr. Adeleke has consistently ignored this child because Davido has convinced them that this is the child of a prostitute, and so they believe him. All of you that harbor this Davido thing, you blinded followers and fans of Davido that never see anything wrong in Davido, calling me a cheap drug user, a mad woman, go oil your pussy. Would you let Davido talk to your mother like that? Would you let Davido impregnate your sister and call your sister a prostitute, or describe your sister's baby as a child of a prostitute after he had a hookup with your sister? This is part of the reason why I keep telling young ladies to stop doing hookups. Okay? Ayo has told the truth in the part she needs to tell the truth at. I followed him to the hotel after. Okay, Davido has said some really nasty things like, oh, we paid her 4 times her salary. We paid her $120K. Her salary is $30K a month. All 4 of us slept with her. So 30 times 4. Those kind of dirty details came out. Whether it happened or not, I don't know. I don't know how much they paid her. I don't care how much they paid her. But the fact that she followed them to the hotel tells a lot about this whole thing. Okay, so she got pregnant. Anu didn't ask to be here. Okay, we have to be very sensitive about the way we talk about this case now. I'm out of this case, but I just have to do my documentary because I retired from journalism, and every single case I investigated will be in a short docuseries like this. And so, Anu Adeleke will be 11 next month. Happy birthday to her. You have to be sensitive on how you talk about her now because she's going through tremendous bullying in school. While parents pick up their children after school, dads will pick up their children, moms will pick up their children, parent-teachers association meetings, events in the school where parents have to be there, she doesn't have her dad there. Her classmates will ask her, who's your dad? Where is your dad? She always tells them, Davido's my dad. They laugh at her. They look at her and laugh and bully her. How can Davido be your dad, please? Davido the singer? Oh, yeah, right. So they mock her. This can happen to you. So keep supporting Davido and his foolishness out there. And don't think about what happens tomorrow. Look at these children. One of them has passed away. 2 of them are not in the picture. Anu is the oldest. The second child is Imadi. Third is Haley. Okay, the 4th child was Ifeanyi. Ifeanyi has passed away. And the 5th, Larissa's son, Dawson. 6th and 7th are the twins for Chioma. Davido better get the numbers right. Davido, you better get the numbers right. You better get the numbers right. Where we're heading towards a DNA test because it's better to have a DNA test than to just argue back and forth. In this picture you're looking at, this is Anu Adeleke today. She's a 10-year-old girl. I have to be a little bit cautious about what I say here because she is now 10. The last time I saw her, she was 5. I threw a 5th birthday party for her. I said that in the first part. And I supported her for a year. I paid her school fees after we found a school for her, and I also gave her grandmother 10,000 naira every month as allowance for a year. Now, I also took Anu to First Bank of Nigeria, my bank, and I opened a kiddie account for her, and I put some money in that kiddie account, and I've been saving into that account since I saw her last, which will be 2019, early 2019. So it's been 5 years and that I saw her in 5.5 years, and the account at First Bank is still there. I have not given the signatory to Anu's mother yet because she doesn't talk to me anymore, you know. After that incident of me asking her about B-Red, it turned to some kind of anger, and she blocked me on my old Instagram page. Remember that old Instagram page, Kemi Olunlayo? So it's been a long time since I spoke to all of them, since 2019 when I moved from Ibadan to Lagos. You know, I think that I did a lot. A lot of people say, oh, you went out of your way, you did a news conference, all the media heard her story, 6 to 8 media outlets, and the story was everywhere. But I've done my part. I don't like to insert myself into stories because in journalism, it's not the thing to do. And I felt that I inserted myself in this story when I started doing things like supporting the little girl, getting her school fees paid. She was not in school. So I just did that as a humanitarian thing. But when her mother felt a little bit, restrictive about questions I was asking her, she may have felt that I was just putting Davido out there, but I wouldn't investigate. I asked her about the header of the message she received from Davido. It's strange because the message itself, looked like something coming from Davido, but it was B-Red's account that message was sending from. And I showed her, I said, this header showing B-Red. So if Davido was actually trying to use his cousin's account to send the message and not his own brand account, I can also understand gets to this story as soon as possible, or the Adeleke family in general, because Anu is a forgotten daughter and the looks just keeps getting stronger. So this was Anu's 10th birthday, and I believe this is Imadi's birthday as well. This is their 2024 birthdays. They obviously look like sisters, but the lies that Imadi has been fed is going to be detrimental to her down the line as she grows up, because she's not the oldest child. And this is what I've been reiterating. Now I call a hierarchy of who is number one, the birthright line of these children. Now, I have Anu as number one, the oldest child, and that's Ayo's picture. The second child is Imadi. The earlier they tell Imadi, the better. Imadi is the second child, Sophia's daughter. The third child is Haley, Amanda's daughter. The fourth child is late Ifeanyi, and that's Chioma's child. And the fifth one is Larissa's son. So this is the hierarchy of Davido's children to me after my investigation. Number 6 and 7 are Chioma's twins. I don't know of any other children out there. We hear a lot of rumors, but my own thing is, if they don't settle this right now, okay, it'll get worse as these kids get older. And Davido has an empire. So a lot of money in that empire and his father's empire. And by the time, like, everybody else is gone, dead and gone, and these kids are around, they will start suing each other for what belongs to them and all that. It can get really pretty dirty in this life. So these are officially the children of Davido. One thing Davido said in that last, part when I talked about it was that I was pushing it. No, I wasn't pushing it. We're going to go to the DNA now. So this is today. This is Ayo Labinja today and Anu Adeleke. You can see that Anu pretty much grew into a beautiful young lady. She's going to be 11 years old next month. So November. Her birthday is 2 days before Davido's birthday. 21st is Davido, 19th of November is Anu. Now going